Hi, so I'm looking for Steve Novak.
Tonight, the investigators of Heir Hunters International tracked down an adoptee in New Orleans who could be inheriting the estate of a father he never knew.
You guys are running the show here because I'm just like flabbergasted.
But first, our investigators traveled to Chicago, searching for the relatives of two sisters who mysteriously died on the same day.
And I believe that it's right over here.
They left a $670,000 estate unclaimed. Could someone you know be the heir? You can't take your money with you, so who gets it when you're gone? Inheritance investigators trace millions of unclaimed dollars back to their rightful owners. Part detective and part entrepreneur. Some people call them Heir Hunters. They could be looking for you.
Eight out of 10 individuals in this country have some stake in an asset, have money coming to them.
Hey, I just want to let you know, we just got a phone.
For over 18 years, I've been locating surprising individuals with the good news that they've come into some unexpected money.
$54,000 coming to him.
That asset may be an inheritance, it may be property rights, it may be the right to open a safety deposit box. I used to work solo, but there are 3 of us in the office now. Shar Mansukhani is a whiz at genealogical research.
It is a treasure hunt. The weird thing is that most treasure hunters try to find the treasure. And for us, we start with the treasure and try to figure out where it goes.
In solving cases, we get a percentage of the assets. We don't want any of their out-of-pocket money. We don't want a dime. For a percentage of that asset, which is negotiable, we will do all the work. My brother David has great people skills, and though he's new to the business, he'll be a natural during that first sensitive meeting with an heir.
You can imagine somebody knocks on your door and says, you know, ma'am, I'm with Heir Hunters International. We have an asset coming to you. They don't believe it, and good rapport can get them to sign on that bottom line.
The whole process starts with the money. Sometimes we search the unclaimed funds of government agencies for interesting cases. That's how we first heard the name Condratuck. Shar and I were running through databases, and it just caught our eye. We had 2 sisters die on the same date in Chicago. Bizarre. Old ladies, 80s. Their names were Mary and Sophie Condratuck. Though the records indicated they died on the same day, no explanation was given. Was it a fire? An accident? Whatever the cause, when they passed, they left a combined estate worth $670,000. That's a lot of money. But who did it belong to now? We knew from obituaries that Sophie and Marie's parents, Lawrence and Anna, both immigrated from the same city in Russia, Grodno. They married and settled in the Midwest, Chicago. Over the years, they had 4 children. So I have 4 children from this marriage. Nobody ever got married. Nobody ever had any children. So they have no issue, no nieces and nephews. The genealogy I really love. I like the historical aspect of it.
Finding heirs wouldn't be easy. We'd have to look back to the early 1900s for extended family that could lead to living relatives today.
So who's going to take this estate? More likely than not will be Lawrence's brothers and sisters.
Right, go back up the tree.
Exactly, go right back up the tree. We needed more information about this family, and quickly. It's a very, very competitive business, and you can imagine there are a lot of people who are out there doing just what we do. So we decided to go to Chicago. If there were living heirs to the Condratuck sisters, there was a good chance we'd find them there. We're always concerned that the competition is right behind us. I want to check our emails to make sure the money's still in the kitty and they're ready to go. I have been beaten by 8 hours. The money is there.
The money's there?
Let's go get it. It's 4:23 Chicago time. In preparation for our trip to Chicago, we found in the 1920 census Andrew Condratuck, who lived next door to Lawrence and Anna and the children. He could be the missing link. If Andrew was Lawrence's brother, he would have been an uncle to the Kondratuk sisters, so he might connect us to living heirs. But we had to prove a relationship first. If I can find that Lawrence paid for Andrew's funeral, I can establish a link there. So that's very important. The funeral home that buried them all might have answers. And we were in luck. James DeStefano, grandson of the man who founded the home, was still in charge. I had one burning question for him. Who buried Andy?
Well, that's the thing. I don't have the person responsible for the burial. All I have to tell you is that what's in our ledgers, it's handwritten by my grandmother. So all I have is just the, when they passed away, when they were buried, and that's about it.
Do you have the ledgers?
Yes, I do.
Can we take a look at them?
Sure, they're in the back office.
To his own surprise, DeStefano found some bits of information buried in a dusty ledger.
We're looking for Kondratuk. That's the first one.
Is it Andrew?
Andre. There's his address, and it was paid July 6th of 1934. His birthplace was Grodno. Mother's maiden name unknown.
That was progress. DeStefano's record showed that Andy came from Grodno, the same Russian town our Kondratuks were from. They were probably related, but the documents to prove it might be overseas.
Well, thank you.
Thanks so
We'll
much.
see you later.
All right.
We had to move quickly. It's not enough just to find the heirs to $670,000. We have to be the first ones to find the heirs, and time was running out.